And I had a talk with Carey recently, and he knows that he's not on top of. He knows he might not come across when he talks to you guys that he cares, but he knows. He knows that his game is not where it should be. He knows more than anybody else, even me. So that's not an issue.
You have defended Carey a lot in the past when he's received criticism, and you've expressed your belief in him. Do you think that there needs to be an increase in his level of accountability for the way he performs?
Where do you see there is no accountability here? That's why
I'm not saying there's no accountability. I'm just asking if you think he needs to have more accountability for what.
Well, he has accountability. He's every player's. If it's Carey, if it's Ben Sherratt, Shea Weber, Phil Danault, Brendan Gallagher, they're all responsible for their performance. That's on them. Every one of them. My job is to provide them the best tool I can for them to have success. But at the end of the day, it's on the players to perform. And if they don't perform, then that's where I come in and try to help.
Okay.
Am I being clear? Is that good enough for you?
Yes,
thank you.
Well, that's your answer. That's fine. The other thing is, it's hard not to get the impression after what happened last week with Claude, this happening this week, and after everything you did in the offseason to improve this team, that there's absolutely no room for error this season, that things, because of the shortened season and because of all the expectations, is it fair to assume that the expectations themselves have created a sense of urgency that you have not necessarily had in years past?
Yeah, it's fair to say that I have high expectation. I said from day one, I expect this team to make the playoff, and that's and from there we'll see where we're at. But I have expectation that we have a good team who could beat anybody if we're on top of our game, and that's why I felt it was important to make those changes. I didn't wake up one morning, and you don't look forward to make changes just to make changes. But my job is, if I see things that I don't like, and I could help, that's what I have to do. That's my responsibility.
I'm still trying to get my head over how the goaltending coach is responsible for a performance on the ice, which is inconsistent.
Well, I think it's pretty simple for me, looking from where I'm standing. There's a lot of technicality in a goalie, a lot of mental in a goalie. So sometimes a small change could make a big difference. Does that answer your question, Pat?
Yeah, it does. I still don't understand. I still think.
Well, that's why even me. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not a goalie coach. But it makes a difference. It does.
Okay, fine. Just a logistical question. Let me
ask you a question. I went back to golf. Do you think an instructor for golf could help your game?
Yes, he can.
So why couldn't you do it for a goalie?
Well, I think the guy's been there for 8 years. They've been working together, and it looked like things were working. But anyway, just a logistical question about Sean. Obviously, there hasn't been a lot of work for a Western scout these days. What has he been doing for the past couple of months?
He's been one of our scout, based in the out west.
But I'm just
real quick, and I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to explain the best I can to your answer about the goalie coach. I believe Tiger Woods was one of the best golfer, and he did change coach. So sometimes, it's different approach, different views makes a big difference. That's all.
Yeah, I think in Tiger's case, the coach screwed him up, second coach. But anyway, go ahead. That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.